What's up everyone, welcome to another video. In this video, I will install a Wi-Fi light switch that can be controlled at the switch, by Alexa, Google Home, or with a phone app, and I will cover the pros and cons after 2 months of use. There are some advantages and disadvantages. There's a variety of Wi-Fi switches available, but this is the specific Wi-Fi switch that I bought. It's compatible with Alexa and Google Home, and has good reviews, so I gave it a try. It's available in white or black. I went with black. And here it is. Opening the box, we have the Wi-Fi switch, 2 wire nuts, 2 screws for the switch, a ground jumper wire, a switch plate, labels for the wires, and a neutral jumper wire. And here are the instructions, which show how to install the switch and how to install the smartphone app and connect it to Alexa or Google Home. Now, let's unpackage it and get started. To begin, turn off the breaker that supplies power to the circuit that you'll be working on. Back at the switch, it does not turn the lights on and off, so that's good. And just to be safe, I'll triple check with a voltage tester. There's no voltage here, so let's continue. Use a flat screwdriver to remove the wall plate. Then use a Phillips screwdriver to remove the switch. I have 2 switches in this box, but I'm only replacing 1 switch. The kit came with labels to put on the 4 wires. Let's install them, because I'm following the directions, so why not? I marked the top wire as live, but the top and bottom terminals are interchangeable, so very carefully, turn on the breaker. And with the light switch off, use a multimeter to see which terminal has voltage. For me, it's the top wire. Then turn off the breaker and continue. Back to the labels, the bottom wire is the load. Now let's remove these and get them out of the way. If they are pushed into the back of the switch, you will need to remove them from the back using the push to release. And this last bare copper wire is the ground, but it does not get a label yet, because this kit included a jumper, and I'm just going to follow the directions. So we have the live, the load, and the ground. The last wire is the neutral wire, which we will have to splice into back here. Your box should have a neutral back here, but if it doesn't, you cannot install this switch. I will splice in the jumper wire that was provided with the kit. First, remove the wire nut. I'm going to strip the wire back a little more because it wasn't enough. Then reinstall the wire nut and give it a tug to make sure it's secure. Then install the neutral label. And the last wire is the ground wire. I installed the jumper because I was trying to be a good host and follow the directions for you. But it's pointless, and I would just connect it directly to the switch. And here's the label. Now it's time for the new wireless switch. It has 4 screw terminals, where you loosen the screw, insert the wire, then tighten the screw to secure it. Again, these jumper wires are not stripped far enough. I stripped some more insulation off, and straightened out the load and live wires, and cut them to length. Now let's install some wires. Loosen all the set screws, so they can be inserted into the terminals. I'll just go down the line. First is the neutral wire. Insert it, then tighten the set screw. Then is the ground wire. I am not a fan of these jumper wires. The set screws do not easily grab onto the shredded wire. If I was not following the directions for you, I would just make my own jumpers out of solid wire. Next is the live wire. Insert it into the terminal and tighten the set screw. And last is the load wire. Stick it in and tighten the set screw. I went back and did a pull test. Again, the set screws just don't hold on to that shredded wire. I recommend making your own jumpers out of solid wire. But I got it to hold. All of the wires are secure. So here it is, with it all connected. Now it's time to button it up. Reapply the safety sticker, and insert the switch into the box. Install the 2 mounting screws, then install the wall plate. The new switch came with a new wall plate, but I'm reusing the existing wall plate since I have a double switch. And now you're all set. Go ahead and turn the breaker back on. Back at the switch, the Wi-Fi indicator light is blinking, because it needs to be set up. But testing the touch button, it turns the lights on and off, so everything is working perfectly. Follow the instructions to connect it to the phone app and the Alexa and the Google device. You will need to download the app, create an account, link the switch to your app, and link the switch to your Wi-Fi through the app, then link it to your devices. Here are the pros and cons with 2 months of use. There are several advantages to the Wi-Fi switch. Arriving to a dark house, turn on the light before you go in. Walking into a scary dark room, turn on the light before you walk in. All tucked into bed with the lights on, turn off the light without getting up. The phone app is nice because you can turn it on or off in real time. You can also set an on time and an off time. Or you can also set a timer. Alexa and Google Home are nice because your phone is not required. You can just say, "Alexa, turn on theater lights." And of course, you can also turn it on and off at the switch. If you don't have your phone with you, and you can't yell at Alexa or Google because you're blowing up a balloon, just use the switch. Also, you don't need to touch it with your skin. You can just bump it with your shoulder or elbow when wearing long sleeves, or even with a glove on your hand. Now for the disadvantages. There is no longer a mechanical click when turning the light switch on and off. The Wi-Fi light switch is touchscreen. You just touch it. So, I guess it's not as easy to find by feel in the dark, because there's no button sticking out. But that's the only disadvantage I've come across. And the last thing to point out is if your Wi-Fi isn't working, the phone app and the smart devices won't work. They require Wi-Fi. Only the physical switch will work. So, that wraps up this video. I hope you found it helpful or entertaining. Subscribe for more how-to and review videos. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.